Hi, passionate Rangers FC fans. Welcome to Rangers Update, your dedicated source for all things Rangers. Before we dive in, we want to express our gratitude for your unwavering support. If you bleed blue, don't forget to subscribe, smash that like button, and let's strengthen our community. Now, let's get into the latest updates. A hearty welcome to our new followers. Your backing means the world to us. WATP, let's get to the news. The whispers have started swirling round West London and right up through Glasgow, and they are growing louder by the hour. Word on the street is that Todd Boehly, the high-profile owner of Chelsea, has set his sights on something monumental north of the border. According to the rumor mill, this isn't just a casual inquiry or a polite conversation over tea. This is being described as a gigantic negotiation, the kind that sends shockwaves through two footballing nations at once. Rangers, one of the most storied institutions in British football, could be at the center of a takeover saga that few saw coming, but many are now starting to believe. Sources close to the situation suggest exploratory talks have been ongoing behind closed doors, with financial experts and legal teams quietly moving into position. Supporters are split between disbelief and wild excitement, wondering what such an ambitious American investor might bring to IBROX. If there is even a grain of truth in these murmurs, Scottish football could be standing on the brink of a transformation that would ripple far beyond the city of Glasgow. What makes this speculation all the more compelling is the scale of Boehly's ambitions. Since taking charge at Chelsea, he has shown that he is not afraid to spend boldly, to think globally, and to operate with a long-term vision that stretches well beyond the next transfer window. Now, insiders claim he sees Rangers as a sleeping giant, a club with immense heritage, a fiercely loyal fan base, and untapped commercial potential across Europe and North America. The idea being floated is that he wants to create a powerful multi-club model, linking resources, scouting networks, and commercial partnerships between London and Glasgow. Those close to the negotiations hint that preliminary valuations have already been discussed, figures so vast they would represent one of the largest deals in Scottish sporting history. Fans are asking whether this could mean state-of-the-art upgrades, marquee signings, and a new era of global branding. At the same time, skeptics caution that football dynasties are not built on money alone, especially in a league steeped in tradition and rivalry. Around IBROX, the atmosphere is thick with anticipation and caution in equal measure. Rangers supporters have seen ownership changes before, some triumphant and others deeply painful, so there is a natural wariness about grand promises. Yet the possibility of a figure with Boehly's financial clout stepping into the picture has ignited imaginations. Pundits across Scotland are debating what such a takeover would mean for the balance of power in the Premiership, for European ambitions, and for the club's ability to retain its brightest talents. The rumor suggests that Boehly's camp believes Rangers could become a consistent force on the continental stage with the right infrastructure and recruitment strategy. There is talk of enhanced youth development systems, expanded analytics departments, and global sponsorship deals that could elevate the club's profile dramatically. All of it remains unofficial, of course, but the sheer volume of chatter from credible voices makes this feel less like idle gossip and more like a brewing storm. Financial analysts have also begun weighing in, noting that Rangers represents both risk and opportunity. The Scottish market is smaller than the English Premier League, yet the passion and global diaspora of supporters offer commercial avenues that have barely been fully explored. The speculation suggests that Boehly sees potential for cross-promotion, shared pre-season tours, and collaborative marketing campaigns that could bring fresh revenue streams into Glasgow. Some insiders even claim that discussions have touched on stadium redevelopment plans and technological enhancements to matchday experiences. Such moves would signal a commitment not just to short-term gains, but to long-term sustainability. Critics argue that blending American sports business models with the fierce traditions of Scottish football can be tricky, but proponents insist that modernization is essential to compete at the highest level. As the rumor gathers pace, the financial side of the story becomes just as fascinating as the sporting implications. Within the dressing room corridors, one can only imagine the conversations taking place. Players are said to be aware of the whispers, though officially they remain focused on performances on the pitch. A takeover of this magnitude would inevitably bring changes, from recruitment strategies to contract negotiations. Agents are reportedly monitoring developments closely, sensing potential opportunities for their clients should new investment flood into the club. The speculation paints a picture of Rangers transforming into a more aggressive player in the transfer market, capable of attracting emerging stars and retaining key figures who might otherwise be tempted elsewhere. At the same time, there is recognition that upheaval can disrupt as much as it can inspire. Stability is precious in football, and any transition would need careful handling to avoid unsettling the core of the squad. Still, the mere idea of fresh backing has injected a jolt of excitement into the narrative surrounding the club. As for Boehly himself, those who follow his career describe him as relentless, strategic, and unafraid of bold ventures. The rumor suggests he has been quietly studying the Scottish landscape for some time, analyzing broadcast deals, sponsorship frameworks, and competitive structures. Some sources even hint that he has held discreet meetings with influential figures within the Rangers hierarchy, sounding out visions for the future and assessing alignment of ambitions. None of this has been confirmed publicly, yet the consistency of the reports is striking. Supporters across Britain are watching closely, aware that such a move would send a powerful message about the interconnected nature of modern football ownership. If the deal were to materialize, it would not merely be a transaction but a statement of intent. For now, though, it remains a tantalizing possibility, hanging in the air like the calm before a thunderous announcement. In Glasgow's West End pubs and online forums alike, the debate has become intense. Some fans see this as the dawn of a new golden age, imagining European nights under brighter lights and a squad depth that rivals the continent's elite. Others fear that foreign ownership can sometimes dilute the local soul of a club, replacing community values with corporate priorities. The rumor surrounding Boehly's interest in Rangers has forced many to confront what they truly want for their club's future. Is it global expansion at all costs, or steady growth rooted in tradition? The suggestion from insiders is that Boehly's proposal attempts to blend both, preserving heritage while injecting serious capital and expertise. Yet such balance is easier promised than delivered. The conversation has moved beyond mere curiosity and into philosophical territory, touching on identity, ambition, and the evolving nature of football itself. Across the border in England, observers are equally intrigued. Chelsea supporters are asking what this could mean for their own club if their owner expands his portfolio further. Would resources be stretched, or would synergies create mutual benefits? The multi-club ownership model has become increasingly common in modern football, and the rumor hints that Boehly sees Rangers as a crucial piece in a broader strategic puzzle. Shared scouting networks, data analysis systems, and commercial partnerships could, in theory, strengthen both institutions. However, regulatory complexities and league rules might present challenges that require careful navigation. Legal experts are already speculating about how such an arrangement would comply with competition guidelines, particularly in European tournaments. The intrigue lies not only in the potential acquisition, but in the structural blueprint that might follow. Back in Scotland, rival fans are watching developments with a mix of skepticism and concern. A financially empowered Rangers could alter the competitive landscape significantly, raising questions about parity and long-term balance within the league. The rumor has prompted calls for transparency and responsible governance, ensuring that any takeover adheres to rigorous standards. At the same time, there is recognition that increased investment could elevate the profile of Scottish football as a whole, attracting sponsors and viewers from abroad. The narrative is complex, layered with hope and apprehension. Boehly's reputed interest has become more than just a transfer of shares. It symbolizes a crossroads moment for the sport in the country. Whether that crossroads leads to unprecedented growth or unforeseen complications remains to be seen. Behind closed doors, negotiations of this magnitude would undoubtedly involve intricate due diligence. Financial records, infrastructure assessments, and long-term liabilities would be scrutinized in painstaking detail. The rumor suggests that Boehly's team has already begun preliminary evaluations, assembling specialists to analyze every facet of Rangers' operations. Such preparation would indicate serious intent rather than idle curiosity. Yet seasoned observers caution that many high-profile talks in football never reach completion. Deals can falter over valuation gaps, governance disagreements, or shifting strategic priorities. Until signatures are inked, uncertainty reigns. Nevertheless, the sustained flow of credible whispers gives this story unusual weight. It feels less like a fleeting headline and more like an unfolding saga that could redefine relationships within British football. Supporters are left in a state of suspense, refreshing news feeds and dissecting every cryptic comment from club executives. The silence from official channels only fuels speculation further. If Boehly is indeed poised to make such a colossal move, the announcement would reverberate across stadiums and boardrooms alike. The notion of an American billionaire staking a claim in one of Scotland's most historic clubs carries symbolic power. It speaks to the globalization of the game and the shifting centers of financial gravity. Yet for all the grand narratives, the heart of the matter remains simple: fans yearning for progress, stability, and glory. Whether this rumored takeover delivers those dreams is another question entirely. For now, all that exists is anticipation and conjecture. The idea of Todd Boehly purchasing Rangers stands as one of the most dramatic rumors in recent British football memory. It combines wealth, history, ambition, and uncertainty into a storyline that feels almost cinematic. Until concrete confirmation arrives, the speculation will continue to ripple through conversations from London to Glasgow. And perhaps that is the beauty and madness of football in the modern age. Even the faintest whisper of a gigantic negotiation can capture imaginations and dominate headlines. If this saga reaches its climax, it may well mark the beginning of a bold new chapter. If it fades away, it will still have reminded us just how powerful a rumor can be in shaping the hopes and fears of the beautiful game. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications to get all the exclusive news about Rangers FC. Don't overlook any details about your beloved team. It's crucial for Rangers FC fans. And as this rumor refuses to quieten down, there's a growing sense that something seismic could be brewing beneath the surface. The mere suggestion that Todd Boehly might be positioning himself to take control of Rangers has shifted the tone of every football conversation across Scotland. It isn't just about money. It is about power, influence, and the reshaping of an institution that has defined generations. If these gigantic negotiations are indeed progressing, they would represent one of the most ambitious cross-border ownership expansions in modern British football. Supporters are reading between the lines of every carefully worded statement, analyzing body language at public appearances, and searching for clues in the smallest details. The absence of denial has become, in itself, a source of speculation. In a sport where silence often speaks louder than words, the quiet from key figures feels deliberate. And when you combine that with Boehly's track record for bold, strategic plays, the story begins to feel less like fantasy and more like a calculated move waiting for the perfect moment to be revealed. There is also a deeper strategic angle that makes this rumor so compelling. Rangers, with their enormous global support and historic European pedigree, represent a brand that could be amplified dramatically under the guidance of a figure like Boehly. The speculation hints at ambitious commercial partnerships stretching into North America and Asia, preseason showcases designed to grow international reach, and a data-driven recruitment model aligned with elite standards. Such an approach could reposition the club not just as a dominant force domestically, but as a consistent contender on the continental stage. Yet football is never purely corporate. The soul of Rangers lies in its community, its traditions, and the raw emotion that pours out of IBROX on match days. Any new owner, no matter how wealthy or visionary, would need to understand that heartbeat. The rumor suggests Boehly is well aware of this delicate balance, reportedly seeking cultural advisors and local expertise to ensure any transition respects the club's identity while pushing it boldly into a new era. Ultimately, what makes this saga so electrifying is the sense that Scottish football could be standing on the edge of transformation. If Todd Boehly does complete this colossal move, the ripple effects would stretch far beyond Rangers alone. Rivalries could intensify, financial benchmarks could shift, and expectations would undoubtedly rise to unprecedented levels. The Premiership landscape might never look the same again. Yet until official confirmation lands, everything remains suspended in that intoxicating space between possibility and reality. Fans dare to dream, critics brace for impact, and pundits continue to debate what it would all mean. That is the magic of a rumor this big. It captures imaginations and refuses to let go. Whether this gigantic negotiation concludes with signatures and handshakes or quietly dissolves behind boardroom doors, it has already carved its place in the narrative of modern football speculation. Greetings, fans. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, as it's greatly appreciated by Rangers FC. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments section below. Until the next video, stay tuned.